Let's begin with breaking news here in Washington, D.C. President Trump now speaking out about the U.S. drone struck down by Iran's Revolutionary Guard over the Strait of Hormuz. Moments ago at the White House, the president made some bold statements. Take a listen.
This drone was in international waters. Clearly, we have it all documented. It's documented scientifically, not just words. And they made a very bad mistake.
How will you respond?
You'll find out.
Are you willing to go to war with Iran over this?
You'll find out. I mean, obviously, you know, we're not going to be talking too much about it. You're going to find out. They made a very big mistake.
All right, Rachel Blevins is waiting for us over in the newsroom with more details now. Rachel, what have you got?
Well, Manila, President Trump is now saying that Iran made a very big mistake by shooting down a U.S. drone early Thursday morning. Trump claimed the drone was over international waters when it was shot down, saying the evidence of this is scientifically documented. And when asked whether the U.S. would respond by striking Iran, Trump said, quote, "You'll soon find out." Now, there is an ongoing debate over the exact location of the incident. Iran claims the drone was in Iranian airspace, flying over the country's southern province, but U.S. officials are claiming the drone was actually over the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. Military Central Command confirmed that an unmanned U.S. drone was shot down by an Iranian surface-to-air missile system, but they said the reports that the aircraft was in Iran's airspace are false, and they claim the incident was an unprovoked attack on a U.S. surveillance asset in international airspace. Now, in response, the commander-in-chief of Iran's Revolutionary Guard said that the country still does not intend to go to war, but it hopes to send the message that it is fully prepared for war.
Oh, yeah.
Early this morning, the air defense system of the Guard's Aerospace Division bravely shot down an unmanned U.S. spy aircraft which trespassed our borders and was violating our national security boundary.
While President Trump has repeatedly said that he also does not want to go to war, the additional deployment of troops to the Middle East to confront Iran have increased concerns that the U.S. is heading in a dangerous direction. During a hearing of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, members of Congress questioned the U.S. Special Envoy for Iran on whether the administration believes the president has the power to declare war.
Under our Constitution, does the president have the power to declare war?
I think this is a discussion.
It's not a trick question.
Again.
Under our Constitution, does the president have the power to declare war? It's just a yes or no.
We are
okay. All right. Let me make it really easy for you. Under the Constitution, Congress has the power to declare war.
But there are still concerns that the administration could attempt to declare war against Iran without approval from Congress by using the 2001 authorization for use of military force, which has been used to justify wars in countries such as Iraq, Syria, Yemen, and Afghanistan, based on the claim that the U.S. is fighting al-Qaeda and its affiliate groups. The committee's chairman also raised questions about the influence of National Security Advisor John Bolton, noting that he has been described as having, quote, quite a track record of cherry-picking intelligence information that serves whatever case he is trying to make.
The Iraq War was not that long ago. I wasn't in Congress when the Bush administration was making its claims about weapons of mass destruction. Many of us weren't here then, but John Bolton was. As Undersecretary of State for Arms Control, Bolton made misleading or false statements about biological weapons in Cuba, weapons in Syria, and of course, about Iraq's development and stockpile of WMDs. Before entering the White House, he advocated for preemptive strikes against North Korea and Iran.
Now it remains to be seen what steps the Trump administration will take next, but the latest incident shows that any further escalation could have dangerous consequences on a global level. Manila.
All right, Shalom. Call hello Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God. Bahashim, in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, I want to give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth. Also uplifting the names Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Also to the confusion of faces, brothers and sisters out there whose bloodline does trace it back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. Also, if your spirit, same to if your seed line goes back Hold on, let me pop it back up. Same tip as sea lion Salakia goes back to one of these tribes through the man, and if the spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it. If to the confusion of faith, brothers and sisters, these do apply. You are Israelites, though you look different, okay, from an average Israelite. Shalom to the once again the few Aqua, few sisters that do listen and learn. Also to the elect of the nation of Israel, whether may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who this word is going out to. Shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you combine and consist and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? The chosen people, the Most High, Yahweh, and the Son, Yahweh Shah. We ignorantly call Jesus Christ once again. And you saw it basically. Iran just shot, down a U.S. drone. Okay? And really, it was set up by Esau. Esau wanted to do that to provoke, them to do so, so they could have an excuse to, go and break in this war, which is good news, man. It should be good news, because all through the power and will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the Lord, told you, as I could quote this easily off the bat, Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. The king's heart being his mindset, he turneth it as the rivers of water whithersoever he will. And that's what he's doing. He's stirring their minds up. And we're close to all this popping off, man. So I'm gonna get to the point. This is Jeremiah 50. And 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Because this war is gonna bring great devastation and destruction. And you saw, and as you know, Donald Trump, as he was about to strike 3 areas of Iran for the drone attack, that would have killed 150 people, but they said they called it off, all of us. Donald Trump called it off. And Esau, of all the times and all these, of all the times this man has been taking lives, all of a sudden he cared for 150 people, It's the Lord stirring their minds up to do that, because this thing is close. We are at the end, Let me look for that scripture. Third trumpet. Alright. This is Revelations 18 and 8. 8, Salaki. Revelations 8 and 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels which are yet to sound. That's the what? That's the World War III. That's what we're in right now. We're in, this incident could spark a war within days, within weeks, months, we don't know, But it's close. Just by this right here, it's close. You have, this is the main incident. Because if you know one, because I got it plenty of times in the Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, how you have Russia, Gog, and the land of Magog, and you have the nations that Russia is going to be over, according to Ezekiel 38 and 7, how it would be a guard over those nations. And one of the nations, the main nations, is Persia. And the Persians are who? The people of Iran. And as you see now, we're in the trade war with China. We're now in the trade war with India. You have proxy wars going on. You have India and Pakistan going at it. Israel and Iran now with America. America and Russia, America, China. Okay. Now China, it was an article on RT. It said how India was sending warships, if I'm not mistaken, over to the Persian Gulf. I think it was. Okay. So this is happening. They're getting their troops ready to go on the war, as I'm about to get, man. Okay. It's here. Okay. Joel, I always start the first verse. For behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, that's the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, okay, the tribe of Judah, but also the rest of you tribes. All of us are in captivity right now. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Mashaphat, if you go into that, the valley of judgment. Okay, the Lord is gathering what? These heathen nations. Okay, so what? Go to war with each other, man. Okay, I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. So the Lord is basically gathering these heathens in that one land, okay, in the Middle East. Okay, and America and Iran is going to spark the whole World War III from going on. Okay, and all the rest of the nations are going to get involved. Have you seen now, man? Trump sending thousands and thousands of troops to the Middle East. Okay, and you see it, man. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pointing hooks and the spears. Let the weak say I am strong. And that's what they're doing, man. Iran, what? It went from, okay, Iran saying America better not mess with us, this and that. Okay? You can't beat us, you know. You're not powerful enough to beat us too. You know what? The drone going around on which it was in their area, it was in there over their airlines airspace anyway, which they had the right to shoot that down. Okay, to them saying, you know what, shoot it down. Okay, so they're letting America know, man, that they're willing to go to war if they got to. Okay, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about. They're the cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord's setting these heathens up, man. He's setting them up for the big okie doke. Okay, the Lord's going to destroy these heathen nations. Okay, for what they done to the children of Israel, man. Okay, because these other nations, they think when America's out the way that they got next. You know, China and Russia. And that's not the case, man. Okay? That's not the case. The Israelites are next. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And that's what we're in now. We're now in that time of what? Any day now we could wake up. Any day you could get in your car, go to work, and all hell could just break loose. Okay? A war could just automatically break out. Now we're going to have to send troops, as you see now, them doing now, over to the Middle East. And once that happens, this Isaiah 34:1. Come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and the stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the melting shall be melted with their blood. That's talking about the dead bodies that's gonna be mainly from this World War III, man. Because this is the last war, and it's going to be the most violent war. It's going to surpass World War I. It's going to surpass World War II. Okay? World War III is going to be the end-all be-all of wars, man. Okay? So you're going to have billions of people die in that war. Okay? Including so-called Americans here, man. okay, that want to be so down with Esau's military. You ain't coming back, man. Okay? Their slain shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall melt with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, and that's gonna be what the missiles, okay, from the result of this war. And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth forth from the vine, and as they fall from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Greek for the nation, for Edom. Okay? You Edomites, the self-proclaimed white people. Okay? And upon the people of my curse, okay, to judgment. And you are the people of his, you are the people of the curse, man. Of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Okay? Lord's getting ready to take you out of your rulership. Okay? And the rest of these heathens. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness in the blood, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra. Once again, Edom. Isaiah 61, 63 and 1 tells you that. Okay? And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And then the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. Right? Like he said in Joel 3 and 2. Okay? He will plead for his people, for his heritage, Israel. And the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, Israel once again. We're starting with his elect. Okay? So that's what we're in. Okay? Actually, I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm going to read a little bit more, then I'm going to close it out. And the streams thereof shall be turned to pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch. How is it going to become that? Once again, from the result of the war, and when the Lord puts his spirit on them to shoot the missiles. Okay? It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, because you're going to be in captivity, man. And a lot of you people, including you lower level Edomites, you're going to die in this nuclear holocaust. The only one Edomites that's going to survive, okay, within the nation of Edom is the elites. Because they're going to hide in their nuclear, okay, their doomsday bunkers, okay, that they have set up already. And if I'm not mistaken, they could be in already, okay. They're going to have that set up. So you're going to come back through those elites into slavery under the Israelites. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof. And it shall be in habitation of dragons and the court for owls. Okay? So that's it. Okay, that's good. So this was what time we in. Any day now, any week, any month. Okay? You could just wake up, do your everyday normal thing, and all hell could just break loose. Especially when it comes to World War III. Okay? So, to you Israelites out there, better repent to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua while you still can and get in order, because once all this, takes place, it's gonna be too late by then, So, call Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalom to the elect.